Hi, everyone. This is Chef Alina Z, and today we're talking about cleanses. I started this podcast with the theme of Ask Alina so that anybody can ask me questions about wellness, longevity, well being, healthy eating in that realm. Always happy to answer. And today we have my friend Amanda Roroback, who heard that I was doing a juice cleanse and a water fast, and she was like, I want to do one. Can you tell me more about it? And I thought, well, why don't we do this here? So that Amanda, welcome. You can ask me any questions that you want, and I can answer them about cleansing, and hopefully it will help other people as well. So ask away.
Wow. Okay. All right. So the issue is I don't have time to like lose energy. There's no day that I can take where I just have low energy. I work every day. So what can I do that is cleansing and that yeah, and my other issue too is I feel like I've got like this belly fat, which I know is just, I know everybody has the same problem, but I have this belly fat which feels like it might be bloating or just might be getting fat. I'm not quite sure. So I need to do something that can make me feel healthy and lose a little belly fat, but I can't lose too much energy for even a day. So what do you recommend?
Okay, gotcha. So one of the things that I love to talk about is cleansing. It's not like one size fits all. And with me and couture nutrition, it's never like only one way or the highway. So I know you are an educator. Amanda is a tutor and history teacher. So I'm gonna make analogy to teaching and college and school so you can understand it better. So if elementary school student comes to you and says, hey, I want to learn about history, you're not going to start telling them about the details of French history. You might start slow. Okay, let's go back to the beginning of times or whatever. The curriculum, right? You're not
Exactly.
going to go deep into it. So the same here. If you're coming and to me and you are saying you don't have the time to lose energy and yet you want to do a cleanse, it sounds to me like you want to do something light and something pretty elementary. So I'm going to treat it like elementary student coming to me, and I'm not going to take you to the PhD level of detoxification and cleansing.
Sounds good.
Okay, so there are different types of cleansing. I'm just going to go over them really quickly. And they go into, again, of course, you're going to lose energy in some of them, how little food or liquid you would take in. And the less you take in, the more energy your body has to cleanse. But it might not have energy as much to do other things like work, for example, right? Because if you're cleansing, your body basically gets a vacation from digestion, so it can go cleanse and get rid of stored toxins, do autophagy, where it uses cells that are damaged that it doesn't need anymore, and people can get rid of, some tumors sometimes even. So cleansing is an amazing tool. But if you want to still lose a little bit of bloating and you don't want to lose a lot of energy, we're not going to reduce the food intake so much. So I recommend, instead of doing water or juice, doing smoothies and soups, blended soups.
Ooh, okay.
Right? Go ahead.
Why blended?
So that way it's pre-processed. It's basically pre-chewed for you to the tiniest particle. And then when it goes into your belly, your body doesn't have to it doesn't have to go in and digest those big pieces of food, because usually we don't chew our food as thin as a blender would blend it for us.
Yeah.
Right? So the less your body has to do, the more more energy your body has to cleanse and get rid of the bloating and get rid of whatever was stored. And
Okay.
also think about it like, I talk about shopping too, right? If you go shopping and you keep buying stuff, but you don't have the time to organize it on shelves, so you don't have time to throw out the old clothes you don't need, things start piling up and piling up.
Yep.
And then one day your boss or your clients say, you have an extra day off, and you're like, oh goody, I have a whole day to cleanse my closet, to get rid of clothes I don't need. I can donate this, or maybe I can fold things. And so the same with your body gets a day off from digesting so much as whole food. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, if you want to just do, salads and roasted vegetables and just keep it like that, but it's going to be less of a cleanse unless you do it for a long time. And you have to be super strict, and no alcohol, no caffeine. So it's going to be a little more challenging than doing, like, for example, I have this soup that I absolutely love. It's a Mcdougall's split pea soup. It costs $2. on Amazon, and you can get it at a regular grocery store, and it's blended, and all you need to do is just add hot water, and it's dry. So there's very little ingredients, actually. If you see here, these are all the ingredients in there, and all of them you can pronounce, and they don't have any GMO product. It's non-GMO, so you can have it on the go. And the smoothie, I'll give you a good recipe. I know you had a challenge with the recipe before.
Yeah.
For a smoothie. So all I need you to tell me is your favorite fruits and vegetables, and I'll make you a smoothie. And to give you an idea, usually I just look at everything I actually like, right? All the fruits I like, not anything that, oh, I should eat or it's good for you. I only look at fruits and vegetables that I actually enjoy. And then you blend one fruit, one berry, and one leafy green.
One fruit, one berry. I'm a
perfect,
teacher, so I'm writing it on one fruit.
So one fruit, like one cup of berries, and then a couple of leaves of kale or handful of spinach or whatever you'd like, and then any plant-based milk you like. Usually like almond vanilla milk is good, or oat vanilla milk is good. And then you just add that to a blender and you blend it really well. But because you like the berries that you picked and you like the fruits that you picked, chances are it's going to taste good to you. Yeah, because if you
and would banana work? Or
yeah, bananas are great. I would recommend peeling them first and then putting them in a freezer. No. So peeling them first and then freezing them, and then blending frozen banana. It will actually change the texture. It will be much smoother.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And another thing I would say, if you're beginning, go to local juice places that have smoothies and ask them to make you a smoothie that they say is one of the best sellers. And that way you can try it and be like, oh, I like that. Then you just read the ingredients and you make it at home.
Okay.
But that way it's easy. And like this soup for me, like I travel with it. I just, it's perfect on the go when I don't have like time to cook. But another quick recipe that I do is you pick any vegetable you like, just one vegetable, and you boil it in water, just to cover it with the water. And you let it boil for maybe a minute. And then you just let it cool. And once it cools a little bit, you blend it with some miso, some either soy miso, or I prefer chickpea miso, and that's it. That's like the easiest soup in the world. Vegetable, water, and some miso. So you're getting some good fermented miso, so it's minerals. You get your favorite vegetable, and it's blended. So again, your body doesn't have to digest it for too long. And you get the filling, the fullness of it. So you don't have the loss of energy, and it's warm.
Okay. And so I should stick to only those two things then, just the fruits and the vegetables, the fruits and the smoothie and the vegetables in the soup.
Correct. And then I also do, this is my favorite thing for energy boosting, chlorella. And I have it in pills. So if you don't like the smell, I love the smell. It tastes like chocolate to me a little bit, but I just take them as pills. And what chlorella does, it purifies your blood and it gives you a lot of energy.
Just don't take that in the smoothie or in the soup or both?
I wouldn't put it anywhere. Just take it as a pill.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because if you're a beginner, if you're elementary, right, level, then you don't want to put it in a smoothie. Otherwise, it might have too strong of a taste to begin with. But if you take a few pills, you're not going to taste it, but it will purify your blood and give you energy.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And when do I take the chlorella?
Anytime up until, I would say, 3 p.m. because it might give you too much energy in the evening. So in the morning, I take a few pills. In the afternoon, if I need a little energy boost.
And where can I get this?
On Amazon. Yeah, you can get those on Amazon, at Whole Foods, at the grocery stores. I think they sell them now.
Is there a particular brand that is better than the others?
Usually they say the single cell green algae, and sometimes they say broken cell. I would just look for organic, and actually I just buy whatever's on sale, to be honest with you, because I personally don't see the difference in brands. But if you see for yourself, like you buy one time, you buy this brand and you feel amazing. Another time you try another brand and you don't love it as much, then go to the one you like. I just buy single cell, broken cell, and whatever's on sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And so what is the timeline for all of these things then? I mean, how long should I do it? When should I eat what or
Right.
drink
So,
what?
it's really up to you. I like fruits and berries in the morning and soups in the evening, but sometimes if it's summer and it's hot, like I just want a cold smoothie for dinner, so I will have that. Or sometimes I have soup for breakfast. It really doesn't have, I think you have to really listen to your body and be more intuitive about it, because with cleansing, you really want to enjoy it. Because if you are not enjoying it, if you're not eating what you want, if you're craving hot, but the cleanser's cold or the opposite, you're not going to enjoy it, and your body is not going to do what it needs to do, because in order to cleanse, your body needs to be in a relaxed, peaceful state.
And,
So,
and how many days do you think I should do it? Or should it just be like a 1 day thing or what?
again, I don't know. I would start with 1 day and then see how you feel the next day. And if your body was like, oh my God, I feel so fresh and so light, and you're like, oh, I'm really craving that soup I made yesterday, do it for another day. If you want to do it for another day, I've done them up to like 12 days.
Hmm.
And it really is. And sometimes I want to start a cleanse, and my body is like, nope, I want some cooked food and I want some butter. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll start next week. So you have to, sync it with how your body is feeling.
And what about protein?
So protein it's a good question. If you're doing a cleanse for just 1 day, I would not worry about it. You want your body to just have fruits and vegetables for 1 day and not have to process protein, because it does take more energy to digest protein. If you are doing it for a longer period of time, like say a week, I would add some protein powders to your smoothies and then put some hemp seeds to blend into your soups. But because you're just beginning and you just want to try it out, I would try with that. And also, this is where I get my protein as well. This has 15 grams of protein in this soup. That's why I highly recommend it. It has 16 grams of fiber and 15 grams of protein. So I get my protein that way. I usually, if I do elementary cleanse, sometimes I'll do a smoothie in the morning, a little bit of protein powder. I'll do a soup when I'm at work, like that Mcdougall soup, and then I'll do blended soup with one vegetable, water, and the miso in the evening. And that's usually like 3 to 4 um, drinks, meals a day for me. But if you're hungry and if you want more soup or if you want more smoothie, I wouldn't recommend to not do that, because again, you want to have energy and you want to feel good. But because you're having high fiber
Mhm.
smoothies and high fiber soups, they will cleanse your body, get rid of stuff that may be inside stuck, and move it out, and not have to take the energy away.
Do you recommend then not putting like maybe a chicken in there? I mean, I wouldn't eat the chicken meat, but what if it's, to make it a chicken base or
I
chicken?
wouldn't do that for a cleanse, again, because it would make your body work more. Sometimes for some people, I will recommend to do a bone broth, but if you're just doing a cleanse for 1 day, I would just do simple vegetables, plant-based only, because that's the best cleanse you can get for elementary. And then just to give you an idea of what can be next step, you can do smoothies and juices. That's more like middle school. Then high school would be taking away the soups and the smoothies and doing just the juice.
I
And then maybe dabbling into a 1 day of water only. And then college level would be water only. Like I wrote it down here, actually, water only for 3 days. And then if you want to do a graduate degree in cleansing, you do 3 days to 7 days of just water. And if you're going for a PhD, it's from 1 week to 40 days.
So you're like on your way. You've got like a master's degree then, right?
I've done water for 2 days. I couldn't do water for more than 2 days because I pushed myself too much and too far. With water, you have to be really careful because you're not taking in any electrolytes. And I did a sauna on the first day, and so I lost a lot of electrolytes and didn't reimburse my body with new ones, and did not feel good at all. And then just my body started to release all the toxins, and because of the electrolytes too, I just didn't feel good at all, and I went on juice. So I did about 2 juices a day.
And that brings up another question too. What about exercise? Is that
Did,
recommended? And if
did you say
so,
extra fries or exercise?
yeah, extra fries. Can I sneak in a few extra fries in there? I'm
Yeah.
guessing. But exercise, where would that fit into this?
It would fit into your energy level. If sometimes if you're doing a cleanse at the right time, like say your monthly cycle of the weather time, like let's say it's summer and you're feeling so much energy and you're doing the cleanse and you just have this energy and desire to work out, then absolutely, go for walks. Maybe you want to lift some weights, like do that if your body is craving that. But if your body is like, listen, girl, I just need to chill, do the work so you're not losing your clients, but also like leave me alone and let me process and get rid of all the stored toxins, then don't push your body. Because, I always remind people that your body is super, super smart. It breathes on its own, your heart beats on its own. If you hold your breath, your body will make you breathe. Like literally, your body does not want you to die. So I would say trust that infinite wisdom, and remember that when you get rid of all of that pollution and toxins and stuff, which is pretty impossible in our society, like living in LA, you cannot get rid of pollution in the air, for example, pollution in the water. But if you get rid of pollution in the food and just do plant-based, super clean, your body will do whatever it needs to do and will tell you what it needs.
I think I have one more question. How do I know it's working?
Your belly will definitely flatten. You will get clear skin, and you will just feel like you wake up in the morning and you didn't have to sleep that long, and you'll just have more energy. You won't be swollen, like you won't have swollen face. You just wake up, and honestly, I've never done drugs, but I would imagine that's how it feels like. You just feel really high.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I wanted to do that when I did the water fast. I wanted to get the high, and you get the water high after 3 days. You just feel like, oh, the fields are alive, But I didn't get there with the water, but I got so much energy on like day 5. The first 2 days actually did smoothies and soups to prep myself. And then I did the water for 2 days, did not feel good on the second day of water, but this is like 4 days into the cleanse, right? And then my 5th and 6th days, on the 6th day, 5th and 6th, I just did juice. I felt so amazing. I just had so much energy and just felt so happy. So
Oh, that sounds wonderful. That sounds excellent. Yes.
I remember one of my clients, he said he couldn't stop working out. He worked out 3 times in a day. Yeah, because he has so much energy. So again, but everybody's different, right? It depends what your body wants.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go start. I'm going to go shopping first. And I think I'm going to try to do it all natural foods. So I'll probably go to Whole Foods and pick up some vegetables and some fruits.
Just keep the biggest rule that I would say, only buy fruits, vegetables that you like. Because a lot of times,
I like a lot, so that'll be easy.
Good. A lot of times people go, oh, but this is good for you, I'm going to do that. And I fall into the same thing. I'm like, oh, I should do that. That's really good for me. And then like, it's not sexy to my body. So I have to listen to my body.
And a regular blender will work?
Yes. So yeah, a regular blender would work. Of course, if you have a Vitamix, Vitamix is much better. Yeah. I definitely recommend that. But if you don't have Vitamix, then any blender.
What about potatoes?
Potatoes is an interesting question. So if you want to cleanse, you want to keep your food as low in starch as possible. Okay. However, if you're craving a potato and you are just starting out and you're elementary level, then if you take a potato and you peel it and then you put it in water, like you cut it and put it in water, let the starch come out and settle on the bottom of the pan, then take out the potato and boil it with the soup, like broccoli and potato. And then you can blend it and have like a broccoli and potato soup.
That sounds good. Okay.
All yeah. Right. There's
Can I put spices in it?
Yes. So over here I have my spice rack, and over there you can see the yellow. It's the nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast, and it's not baker's yeast. Nutritional yeast is high in vitamin B, and it tastes like cheese. So actually, it's really good if you put potato and broccoli and make that like a cheesy soup that's plant-based. It's really good.
That sounds really good. Okay.
Yeah, and some salt. You can use salt and pepper, and spices are fine, of course.
So like curry and turmeric and stuff like that.
Yeah, turmeric is fantastic because it's high in antioxidants and it's anti-inflammatory. So I really like it. Another thing that I would say, if you're busy and you have the means to go to like Erewhon here in LA, and they have soups that are already blended with some bone broth though, but you can get vegan ones as well. And just try them just to see what's available. Like butternut squash is really good blended soup. Like that's super easy to make. So
Okay. All right. What about bouillon cubes or
no, I
something?
wouldn't do that. No, no. Bouillon cubes have a lot of ingredients, and some of them are not disclosed, and they will interfere with the cleanse because they are not usually organic, and they have things that you don't know what they mean. And I wouldn't go there. But I would just make my own stock or buy organic stock. You can buy organic veggie stock. Yeah, made with vegetables.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the main important part of this cleanse is to give your body as clean of I don't want to say diet because there's a word die in it, but like lifestyle, as clean as possible with as little work that your body needs to do so that your body can do other things. Because when your body does have so much time, so it doesn't have to process all the things it doesn't know how to pronounce and doesn't store them, right? Then your body can reverse aging. It can reverse a lot of diseases. It can reduce weight gain. It can do so many things. And we just need to give our bodies that opportunity.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
Definitely drinking a lot of water is super important during the cleanse as well. So you're not dehydrated and you keep hydration. And just listen to your body. I think it's more important to connect to the body when you're cleansing, to talk to her and see what she's actually craving.
Okay. Chocolate. No.
Well, okay, so with chocolate, like you can actually buy cacao powder and put it into a smoothie with a banana and like a really good smoothie is, again, for elementary more so, but you can put some peanut butter or like peanut butter powder or like chocolate peanut butter powder with, just make sure everything is organic so it doesn't have pesticides. But cacao powder that's organic with some peanut butter powder with banana, like that's a great smoothie with some blueberries.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, you don't need to deprive yourself on a cleanse. Yeah. So as long as you're buying everything organic, everything plant-based, and everything is blended, your body will get nutrition and energy without having to spend energy. Thereby, by a simple mathematical equation, you get more energy, you don't have to spend energy, you get more energy out of the food, and you can spend more energy on cleansing out that closet.
Okay, that sounds good. That doesn't sound too scary. I thought it sounded scary at first. I thought I was going to be like out for the whole day.
No, unless you're doing water, then a lot of times you'll be out unless you have experience in it. But then again, that's not a middle school even project. But like I've been drinking these juices, I buy them sometimes I make them. It depends on my schedule. But even as a chef, like I can't be in the kitchen all the time. And my own kitchen after my client's kitchen. So I buy a lot of juices as well.
Yes.
Yeah, but for you, for a beginner, just do soups and smoothies and see how you do for one day. Don't commit yourself for a lifetime, and then see how you feel. If you want to continue, do it one more day. Listen to Miserable, one day more.
Well, I will report to you all my success then.
I've seen people accidentally lose 5 pounds in a week by doing smoothies and doing soups. So it's not uncommon, but just don't commit yourself for the week. You just say one day at a time.
Well, I just want to feel better. So, I mean, if I lose 5 pounds, wow, that would be amazing. That's just a bonus, but just want to feel.
I will promise you, if you give your body the nutrition that it needs, it will feel better. So, but always you can call me, you can text me from the store. And if you want to, again, ease into it and not be scared of protein deficiency, you can put a little bit of plant-based protein powder in your smoothie if you want, like a chocolate or vanilla one. But not too much. Again, you want to give your body as much fruits and vegetables as possible. So
sounds excellent.
cool.
Thank
Okay,
you.
well, let me know how it goes. And next week, I'm gonna do a podcast with my friend who's a therapist, and we're actually gonna talk about the emotional and mental parts of the detox and stuff we release, and why we hold on to things. So I'm really excited to see how you feel also emotionally as well after the cleanse.
I will report everything.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Sounds great. Well, have
Thank
fun, and we'll talk to you soon.
you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.